is playing hide and seek with the past. At some point, I forgot where I placed it, found it on a blank page, stumbled over the bits and pieces that pieced me together. All I had is stories about how my father left, graffitied his absence into my life. I hear he wore Banksy well. I heard his footsteps across the kitchen floor the night he fled. I woke up wondering if he forgot to leave a trail of breadcrumbs behind. I am starting to think my mother swept them away. She was always cleaning up his mess, tucking his departure in the corners of her smile. I wonder when tears first avalanched down the slopes of her face. But weakness clashes with strength, so she never wore them around us children. Some nights I cried for her, realized the weight of waiting will crush expectations, so I learned to expect less from people. My mother, remarried, she seemed happy, but time changes and takes people on that same journey. Until one day, he wore smiles less and talked in a different tone. And I don't remember the first time that he struck my mother, but I do remember that the walls shook in our home, and she wore a temporary tattoo for weeks, washed it off in her forgiveness. My stepfather was an artist, and what better canvas to paint himself on than my mother. I remember once I offered a wrong answer to a question, and he dislocated my jaw, so nowadays I fear speaking for fear that I may say the wrong thing. So if we talk after this, pardon my mumble. I never knew what made my mother stay with him for as long as she did, but I soon found out in the eyes of a stranger, realized that was a good deed to be taken advantage of. We were poor, poor me. Pity-filled expressions congregated around us. From the back pew of positioning, God seems more like a storybook character than creator. I am still playing Where's Waldo with my faith to this day. I learned my heaviest lessons at the earliest stages in my life, like no matter what, never raise your hand at a woman, even in the heat of the moment, do not turn cold-hearted. At some point, when you fall, because we all fall and scrape our knees on circumstance, bandage yourself in new beginnings. But never hide the scars of the past, they are what make you beautiful. Yesterday tells the story of the man that I am becoming. Has me broken down into chapters. I hope you read me well. Thank you.
Woo!